Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bad Gamer, the Good Gamer podcast. I've got Fudfood here with me today, and we're going to talk about music, specifically our favorite gaming music, or some of which at least. Fudfood, how are you doing?
Hi, well, good. This is like a favorite subject of mine because I really enjoy gaming music, as I've mentioned it before to you like several times. So
Yes,
it's
yes. I mean, I think everybody enjoys gaming music if they've played enough games. Like the music is part of the experience. It's not just a background thing, but it really is part of it adds to the atmosphere and the mood. It adds to like key moments
definitely.
in games, for example. And personally, for me, music is a very important thing. I'm like I don't know, like I can't not have music on for like most of the day, whether I'm at work or if I'm like just here. If I'm not watching something or
Nice.
doing something that requires me to hear to something, I'd rather have some music on. And there are certain like things, certain tracks or certain moments where like just the music fits so perfectly.
Yeah.
And yesterday, June 21st, was World Music Day or something like that. So
Which
we
I
were
just found
thinking,
out.
yeah, exactly. Like we were thinking of doing this, like it was in the works. And we're like, oh, we'll do this at some point. It's a good topic to talk about, something non-news related. And then yesterday I find out, oh, like it was like, World Music Day. So Fatful was like, yeah, let's just do it.
It works out,
So
yeah.
yeah, so hopefully this episode will come out today on the 22nd. So we're just kind of like a day behind
Yeah.
on World Music Day. But anyways, let's just jump straight into the music.
Yeah, well, you already touched on it. Like before we begin properly, like you already said it in your way, but like music is a personal experience. So whatever you experience or I experience, like between gaming music or other music in general, it is a personal experience, and like I feel like this is going forward. Like how like not everyone will agree with us, which is fine,
Oh no, of course not. Of course not. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
but
some
it's
might,
still fun to
some
talk about.
won't.
Like yeah, like
It is. It's a very, like you said, it's a very personal experience. It's a very subjective matter. Some people might not even care about music. In some games, I don't really care about music at all. Like in Overwatch, for example, I turn it off because I want to hear, like, if there's anybody around or whatever. Like, I turn off the music just so that I can
mm,
focus more on my surroundings. That's just
makes
something
sense.
that I do.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, I've got some picks here, and my very first track or song that I want to talk about is kind of like a cop out. Like I think it's on a lot of people's lists that played this game. But Gerudo Valley from The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, if I'm not mistaken. But the version that I like is actually the Super Smash Brothers version, the one that came on the DS.
Oh, really? I
Because
haven't heard
because
that
they
before,
had
but
they had
okay.
they had a Gerudo Valley like stage and everything, and obviously they had the music from there as well. I think it was remastered. It was like done differently or something of that sort. But the minute
Yeah.
I heard it, I'm like, this is going on loop for days. I found a 15-minute extension or extended version of the song on YouTube, and it was on loop for days. I just love it, and every now and then I'll go back to it, and then like if I'm
That's awesome,
chilling
man.
or I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything, I just listen to it. It's a really, really good track. Now, the tricky thing here with YouTube is that I know for a fact I can't play this in the episode when I do the edit. Like
It's a
because it's a
shame.
Nintendo track, for sure there's no way to do it. For the other tracks, I'm not really so sure. Like I'll look into it further. I already did, and it seems that I can't put any music on, but I know some channels do. So I don't know if it's a matter of like how big the channel is or whatever, but I'll try to add music if I can, but otherwise you guys will just have to like take our word for it and then maybe Google. I'll leave links actually. How about in the description?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
leave
Let's
links
do
to each one,
links.
so yeah, it'll be easier for people to like go check them out if they're curious. I'm sure whoever's listening to this, Garuda Valley, they don't need a link to that. They know what it is. I'm
Some
positive
people,
that
again,
that theme,
personal
yeah,
experience. Like
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
shame not
yeah.
everyone can experience like what you have, you know? Like I'm sure it was
I guess
different
so.
for you.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was. So yeah, that's like I said, that's the cop out. Yeah, okay, sure, we know this track. It's like I'm sure that's on a lot of people's like top tracks. The next one actually made me want to play the game, and it's "We All Become" by Davin Corp, and that was used. That's a soundtrack from the Transistor game. You've played
And
Transistor Fudfood, right? Yeah.
I have, and you've spoken about it a lot, and I know
Yeah.
you really enjoyed that game
I
back in
really
the day.
enjoyed the game so much, and what made me play it was the song because it was playing in the trailer. Now the trailer looks great, right? You know, the visuals are great.
Yeah,
The mystique of the whole thing of what the story's about and the character and whatnot, all great. But what pushed it over the edge for me was just that song. I was like,
yeah,
this is an amazing song. And then my friend told me that Supergiant games, like they typically have good music in their games, and like they make a good selection. The composer is amazing. So I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay, then that's tell us, and that's it. And I'm glad. Not only did I love the game, but I obviously enjoyed the song so much. And it is also one of those tracks that I just kind of play every now and then.
Mm.
I like it just pops in my mind, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a good song. Let me go play it. And certain like sometimes there are certain parts of a song that just kind of like tickles my brain. Like it's not
Did
just
they get you?
the
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's not like just the overall track, but sometimes like a certain like the way a word is said or the way an instrument is being played, like a sound, like or a collection of them, it's just amazing. So this is again,
Yeah, and this is the game that came after Bastion and before Hades for people who
yes,
haven't.
for Super Zion. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. I think Bastion had a somebody made me hear a track from Bastion. I think that was good. I played the first hour or so. I love the narration. It's the same thing
Yeah, the narrator he's smooth,
yeah,
man. Like
very smooth. It's the same thing with the like audio. Like I think their audio
his
prowess
voice.
is great.
Mm.
Supergiant games, whether it's like narration, voice acting, or music, like songs, they have a really good track record.
Pun
Um,
intended.
oh no, not intended, but good
Uh,
catch. So okay, this next one is it's a different one.
I'm
It's not
surprised
really
about your this next one, but please like share. Please
yes,
share.
because I never actually played this game,
I
but
did.
I
That's surprising. Okay.
so it's called "Leave Your Castle," the name of the song by I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Kudor de Pirate. I don't know, but it's
Just
from
leave
the
the link, the
game.
description, just
I'll
like
leave a link
a
to the description. Yeah. My apologies, Mr. Pirate. I just can't really pronounce your name. It's from the song "Child of Light."
the game.
I have.
Child of Light. Yeah,
Sorry, it's from the
Ubisoft.
game "Child of Light." The song is "Leave Your Castle." I have no idea what this game is about, but
Um,
yeah,
I
go on.
could say
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about this
You can.
girl and she's like a fairy or something with a sword. I can't remember the entire premise of the game, but it was like a storybook-esque kind of game. It was
Oh,
very chill 2D platformer.
okay.
Uh, it was a good RPG
Well,
actually, but like yeah, it was a long time
I
ago.
think I heard it either on my friend's. I think my friend Moody was playing it in his car, or Moza was playing it in her car. One of those two, if I'm not mistaken, and fell in love with it instantly. And this is a track. This is like a piece of music where there are certain parts of it that evoke emotion. Again,
Mm.
I don't know if it's the instrument that's being used, how it's being played, the sequence of it all, like just, but there are certain parts of it. I start imagining things in my head, like not things that happen to me or things that I'm anticipating and whatnot. Sometimes I just like imagine scenarios, like, just fictional sort of situations and scenarios that match with the mood of the song. And with this one, I do it a lot. So much. It's a great track. Very emotional.
I wonder what would happen if you actually played the game and heard the
Eh,
track and linked
eh,
made the link between the gameplay
Am I am
and
I am I
the
doing it
track.
for me?
Really? No, it might enhance it. Are you kidding?
It might
This
enhance
would
it. No, I know. I'm just making jokes. Um,
anything not to play games, right? Tim?
anything not to play games. I'm the bad gamer. I've got a reputation to uphold. I'll talk about the music I love from video games, even though they're the games I haven't played. Um, all right. So the next two ones are Borderlands related.
That's
I
a
mean,
cop out.
that's a cop out
That's
because
the
it's
real
me and
cop.
Borderlands. Yeah, exactly. But what's different about them is that they're not songs from the game. They're songs from the promotion of the game.
Mm.
So, Doomsday by Nero was used in one of the trailers for Borderlands 2. And it's a perfect song for the game. The it's kind of like dubsteppy a little bit, so it has that grungy thing to it. It's very like I don't know, it's very hyper, I guess. And the way that they did the trailer to like match like the beats of the
Mm,
song was amazing. Uh, and that was I think one of the first dubsteppy songs. I don't really know what the genre of this one is, but like it's to me it's like close to dubstep. That was like the first dubstep-esque songs that I actually like and I would
mm,
listen to. And again, this was one of those songs that was on loop for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Like for the most part, that's what I would be listening to. Even there were times where I'd be playing Borderlands 2 and I would be listening to the song in the background. I would
yeah.
turn off the music in the game and just like have this in the background.
And
It's a
this is like an
it's
actual song. It's not like a made up song
Oh no no no!
from
It's
the
an
game.
actual song.
Yeah.
So this artist called Nero, and I'm assuming he like yeah. I think the song came out way before the game. They just kind of like bought the rights to use it for the
Yeah.
trailer, and they changed a few things in it. It's called Doomsday. It's great. I think it could also be good for like people that want to go to the gym. It might keep your blood sort of like pulsing.
This reminds me of another game because like most games generally make their own music. Like this is what we're used to, or like when we play a game or we listen to some tracks of the game, it's mainly made for the game itself. But there are times where some games like you said, Borderlands for the trailer, they use actual artists in the game or for the game. And this reminds me of a game that I recently played or finished last year. Last year, yeah, was Death Stranding. I need to link it because Death Stranding was one of these games that I really wanted to play by Kojima. His like first game out on his own
In
team.
its own, yeah, independent.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I didn't ruin the intro or like anything about the game because I went into it fresh, even though I knew a lot about the game and you hear about it on the
Yeah.
news. Like it's inevitable, but I didn't know like I didn't watch a let's play or anything, so my experience was intact when I played the
Mm.
game. And it's right after the opening sequence. I'm not like ruining the game, but like that like just after he crashes and then like you take control of Sam, like the Sam Porter, the main character,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then it hits you at one point with this song like it's called what was it called, Don't Be So Serious. I forgot the artist name, but we'll link it in the description. And man, like that song, like Kojima got a band, I think it's Swedish or like some Eastern European band to make compose like the entire track of the game. So it'll
Okay.
hit you with actual artists like songs here and there in the
Nice.
game, like perfectly positioned, perfectly matching the tone and the theme of what's happening. But Don't Be So Serious, that one really spoke to me when the
It
game
hit
first
you
started.
hard. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
hit me hard. It set the mood for the entire game, and
Exactly,
it's
exactly.
perfect. It's perfect.
It's
So
like that's one of the things that's just so great about these games or about this music is that if used right, it really is a powerful tool for the developers or the storytellers to put you in the mood, to set you up for this experience that you're about to have in the game, whether it's just like a level or whether it's just like the whole game overall, like the score of the whole thing. Yeah, I heard a lot of people tell me that the music from Death Stranding was good.
fantastic.
I actually took the time to listen to it. Like I found the album on Spotify. It didn't hit me. I got to be honest. Like I didn't like don't know a single one of them now. I don't remember any of the track
Yeah,
names or any of the like how they even sounded. I guess it's one of those things where if I played the game,
it would
that
link it
link
better.
will
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
All right, my other Borderlands cop out song selection is from the Borderlands 3 Mask of Mayhem teaser that is called Fool's Rhythm by Two Fingers. I don't even know what genre this is. I don't know what it is, but and it's a very sort of like repetitive thing. It just keeps building up, building up, building up, and then that's it. There's no drop, there's no nothing. But again, like you were saying about Death Stranding, because it was like a very anticipated game for me, because there was like no news about it for like I don't know, like a year or something. There was just like rumors and whatnot. And because the teaser was this like amazing work of art, like it was like a big 3D sculpture of like all the characters and all the items and all the gear and all the enemies, and they all create the shape of the Mask of Mayhem. Like the mask in Borderlands, like the
Yeah,
yeah.
the psychopaths.
So Yeah, the Psycho Mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So they all like, they're all like brought in together and they create it, and then it's just like the camera that pans and zooms and goes through whatever. That with the music was just amazing. Finally, I'm just gonna cut this really short. Mega Man Battle Network 2, the title screen
Hey,
music.
another game you played. Hey.
Another, yeah, a game I played, a game that I bought this for. This is the epilogue from I forgot what they're called. Epilogue. Oh no, this is Epilogue is the name of the company, the operator, GB operator from Epilogue. It allows me to play Game Boy Advance games straight on my PC. I
Nice.
still have like it's on my desk permanently, even though I haven't played it in like a few months now. But like I love this game so much. It introduced me to the Mega Man Battle Network series. I was playing it nonstop, and then the title music was always the first thing that I wanted to listen to. It greeted me when I turned on the Game Boy Advance. Of course, it changed from game to game, but Mega Man Battle Network 2 like has a very special place in my heart, and part of it is because of the
Mm,
music, like just the title screen music.
nice.
So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna move it on to you for food. You already told us about Death Stranding.
It's
What
too
else is on your
hard.
list?
It's too hard. Like my list is huge. Just we're gonna link it later. But like for example, my personal gaming music list is over 160 songs or tracks worth, which you're welcome to listen to, and we'll discuss it. And it's hard to pick certain songs, but like I have a few that like I have memories to, or like that I play from time to time in the car, like while I'm driving.
Hmm.
I'll have
Yeah.
it. Um, and like the first one off the top of my head is Toby Fox and like his games, Undertale and Deltarune. Like
Hmm.
most of the songs in these games are like top notch. Like I don't know how to say it. Like it's full of personality and like it really gets you in the mood of what he's trying to invoke in his stories, in the game. And like for example, like when I first played Undertale, and I the first time I played it, I was streaming.
Hmm.
And this was like back, I think in 2019 or 2018, end of 2018. And I just started streaming. And like, this is one of the first big title games that I streamed and like I played from beginning to end on stream.
Yeah.
And like, I remember starting the game and like, I think there was no music or there was very little music until the first time you hear or you enter the ruins, like, uh, and like, and the song I think is called the Ruin Song, and it like hits you with like how epic this song is and like what this game is gonna be. So that introduced me to the world of Toby Fox and his wonderful creative mind and music genius, I have to say, because like I love all of his songs. And like I have a memory or of like playing through the game and meeting so many people online, and
Hmm.
especially like shout out to Loretta, who we still chat to this day, and like she still remembers like me playing the game. Like I
Oh, that's
have
nice.
Undertale specifically. So yeah, it does have memories for me, and that's what I think music does in general. Like I'm gonna generalize quite a bit because again, too many music to list, but like usually when I hear these tracks, it takes me back to that specific time of when I was playing the game or around what happened
Yeah.
during that time, and
Yeah.
like that's what the emotional attachment or the personal experience that I was talking about, because you can't recreate that or give that to someone else. Like that's yours,
It's yours.
you know?
It's yours. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And like when the game is long gone and finished, like what sticks with you, I think the most is the music, and like that's what brings you back into that world or that
It's
that mindset
it's definitely a
of the
part of
time.
that package that's kind of like stays behind. The music is
Yeah.
definitely a part of it. Yeah.
So it's hard to list all the songs I like, but like another one that I love that recently came out from Deltarune, is Big Shot.
No.
It's when the fight and when you're fighting Neo Spamton, which is like this epic boss fight, like especially reaching to that point and like fighting him. Wow, I want you to look it up one time, just so you
I
know like
will.
about
I
the
mean,
character.
you'll send me the links anyways. I'll listen
Yeah.
to them. Yeah.
So there's that. Also, recently I'm playing, or I'm not recently, I'm still playing Octopath Traveler. I'm like 30 hours in. It's a long game,
Mm.
but I love the battle music, the first battle music. It's called Battle One music on the OST,
Oh.
and I hear that on loop because of how good it is, and like specifically in RPGs. And again, generalizing, the fight music or the battle music is it has to be good because
It
or
has to
like
hype you up. It has to be
yeah,
engaging, active. Yeah, yeah.
because as a JRPG fan or RPG fan, like it's the one thing that you hear the most
Over
of
and
throughout the
over
game.
and over again. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So in
Especially
Octopath,
like with the long boss battles, right? Like,
yeah,
like
exactly.
I remember there was, I think we talked about this before, like Golden Sun when I was playing that. There was
Good
a
game.
boss or a mini boss or like, I don't know, somebody easily at least 30, 45 minutes just trying to like survive.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the music was, and I don't remember if they had like more than one track that they cycled through. But you're right, with JRPG or RPG games, music plays a big role because you'll be
Yeah.
listening to something for so long, right? It matters, yeah. And
Yeah, of course.
it has to invoke something.
Like even the battle music for Gold Design.
Oh, you remember it? Okay, great.
I know them all, unfortunately. Like it's just here, but like yeah, it's really really good. I can't remember the boss battle music, but yeah, it is epic. Like for again, I have to say Final Fantasy VII. When you hear One Wing Angel and you're fighting Sephiroth,
Pop
that's
out answer, of course, yeah.
like that's my cop out. Yeah, but like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying not to mention it because I like all the tracks. I listen to the entire remake OST, the original
Mm.
7 OST. I have them all, like, or I listen to them on loop. But like, let's move away from that. So yeah, battle music is important.
Yeah.
I already mentioned "Don't Be So Serious" from Death Stranding. Like, and speaking of fights, I love the battle music from Breath of Fire 3. If anyone remembers that RPG, like most of my music memories are from RPGs. I love RPG music. Like again, because I spent so much time with them, like it invokes that memory, I guess. So for me, like these are the music that like speaks to me, and like Final Fantasy 13. What was it? Bright Light. I forgot the song. That's the fight. Also the fight song from Final Fantasy 13. Even though the game wasn't that amazing story
Mm.
wise, the music was fantastic.
The music, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know what I just
Blinded by
realized?
Light. That's it.
Blinded by
It's
Light.
all here.
Okay. You know what I just realized? This whole episode is about video games music, right?
Yeah.
And none of us, like neither of us actually, this whole episode is about video games music, but neither of us actually talked about music games like DDR, Guitar Hero,
I
Dance
mean,
Dance Revolution, Dance
but like,
Maniacs, whatever. Like, because
it's
you know
true.
what? Because you know what? I actually have a couple of songs. There was an arcade game that I used to play, not DDR. I'm not built for DDR, but it was oh, what was it called? Dance Maniacs, something like that. Whatever. But
Not
you don't
Parappa the
really.
Rapper. Come on, Parappa the
No,
Rapper.
no, 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 not that, not
Not
that.
that.
But it was basically like DDR. It was a rhythm game, right? But you had to like move your hand over these like
Oh, I know
discs.
them. I've seen them in the arcades. You go like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. So I
It's like a
love
DJ
that.
thing. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, yeah. I love that game so much. I for months I
Remember
would go like
that.
after school, go to the arcade in Khadia Palace, if I'm not mistaken, and just play it. And I figured out like there's a not a cheat, but like a God mode thing where you get access to like extra settings. You can create your own like playlist. You can play like a rush mode type of thing where you start out from
Cool.
the first song all the way to the very end, and like it's for you to see like how long can you last. So there are a couple of tracks from that. One of them is just like off Happy Hopper, Hippity Hopper, something like that. It's basically the Tetris theme, but it's like very fast.
Oh, Tetris theme is
It's
good. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, Tetris Stream I think is like the original OST, right? It's the
Yeah.
OG game OST.
And
And then
yeah, you
there's
reminded me
another
of
one I
something I'm
forgot what
gonna
it's
bring
called.
up
No, no,
after. Yeah.
go on, because I forgot what the other song was called. But like, I actually have something from these like rhythm games that I can add to the list. Yeah.
And this is the other thing that I like about, well, again, gaming music, or like from the passion, like because people have so much passion for these games, or like so much love. They make amazing remixes, or
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
covers, and SoundCloud is my best friend. Like SoundCloud, for over the years, like for discovering like really nice remixes of game songs, or like what people have done, like just piano melodies of like like
Mm.
tunes that I remember from Final Fantasy and stuff. I find them all there, and also I add that to my list of gaming music because it's like the passion from these people. They create something even better than the
Yeah,
original.
it's a different version of yeah. No, I'm a big fan of cover songs or cover music, remixes. If I find a song that I really like, one of the first things I'll do is I'll search for like so and so rock cover, so and so metal cover, so and so, whatever. Like I always try to
Yeah.
find
Remix.
cover
Yeah.
versions or remix. It's a different thing, covers and remixes, but I always gravitate towards covers first, and then I try to find if like somebody remixed it with something else, sampled it,
Remix.
used
Yeah.
it. But I'm a big fan of that. One of the two people that I sign up for on Patreon are YouTube musicians that do cover music.
Oh, nice.
Frog Leap Studios and Evoke 31, 21. I don't know. I'll link them. Like just I
I'm
might
gonna
link them.
name
Yeah.
drop as well.
Name
There's
drop. Name drop.
another cover guy who does a cappella versions of
Oh,
a lot of famous
nice,
songs, and you should follow
nice.
him. His name is Smooth McGroove. He's already more famous than any of us. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of him, but he
We're
does
not famous, but sure. Yeah.
some amazing covers, or like a cappella covers of game songs, and like he does them by himself, and he copies himself like I don't know, like
Oh
seven
yeah,
or
yeah,
eight times.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he does the entire melody by himself. It's fantastic. Follow him. Just I'm sure there's something you will like there. Definitely. I'm pretty
There's a
sure the
lot to
Zelda theme
discover.
is there as well.
Oh,
He
nice.
does it.
I'll check that out then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about with like music and video games, but
Yeah.
I think we kind of like had our say. We
Can
explored
we
each
hear?
other's musical tastes,
Yeah, can we hear
right?
from other people, from you guys out there?
Yes,
I would
yeah,
love to
guys,
hear. Yeah.
leave us like just leave us a comment in the description of the video or like on social media. Let us know whether you like our selection of music or if there's something that we should listen to, something that maybe we're not aware of. We like both of us like discovering new songs, new
Definitely.
tracks. So do us a solid and let us know if there's anything there. So thanks for watching the episode. Drop us a like or comment and subscribe for more content like this, or go to badgood.gg to find our audio podcast. We are also on Twitter and Instagram at badgoodpod. So give us a follow there, and we'll catch you in the next one.